crush me. It smells fantastic in here. His brown eyes sparkled as if he were on the brink of laughter. Now that I'm no longer training, I can have a treat every once in a while. I'll take the pumpkin one. I grabbed the last pumpkin from the platters. No longer training? What did that mean? I set the scone on a plate and slid it across the wide counter. God help me. I could smell his cologne. He smelled the same as the last day I'd ever spent with him. How much? He asked. I shook my head. On the house. The scone's dry by this time of day. His mouth lifted in that same drowsy smile he'd had since we were kids. You speak. I thought maybe you'd gone mute since I left. Yes, sorry. You surprised me. The understatement of the century. The sugar queen. He gestured toward the doors. It's perfect. Thanks. I'm never a woman of many words, but my dry mouth made elegant oratory even more difficult. Mama tells me this is the best bakery in town, he said. I glanced around, wondering what it looked like through his eyes. Industrial lights hung over the counter. Round, bistro-style tables and chairs looked out to the street. A silver espresso machine and a refrigerator with pre-made items took up one side, with the register and counter on the other. A chalkboard with the menu hung on the wall, written in my neat handwriting. Every morning I set out the day's offerings on various platters and boards in an attractive display on the counter. It's the only bakery in town, I said. He smiled again and lifted one thick eyebrow. Probably because no one dares compete with you. Trapper, always kind and encouraging to everyone he ever met. Lifting people up was like a mission with him. He could find the best part of a person, no matter who they were. He never missed an opportunity to inspire or encourage. I'd almost forgotten what it was like to bask in the glow of his compliment. Back in the day, it had been the only antidote to my mother's criticism. And there it was. I ached with wanting him, as if no time had passed. No, I screamed silently. Don't let him break you. Not again. What are you doing here? I asked. I mean, here in town. I've moved home. Didn't Breck and Huck tell you? Breck and Huck and Trapper were best friends from childhood. And no, they had not mentioned that Trapper was moving home permanently. Oh, God. How could this be happening? I couldn't have him here. Not living and breathing and stopping in for a damn scone. How would I look him in the eye, knowing what I'd done? The secret I'd kept from him. They don't come by often. I came out from behind the counter and turned the open sign to closed. Anyway, it's none of my business what you do. As I turned to face him, he placed his hand over his heart and smiled. Ouch. Damn that smile. Still melted me like butter over a biscuit. You look beautiful, he said, more so than ever. Not really. I wondered if I had any flour on my face. When I was in the zone, I didn't think twice about my appearance. In the shop, I wore my long blonde hair in a braid and usually didn't bother with more than mascara and blush, always promising myself to remember lipstick, but never quite managing. Truth is, I didn't care about what I looked like. Everyone in this town had already seen me. I wasn't interested in romance. The only Friday night date I wanted was a television show and a glass of wine. The only man I'd ever cared about looking pretty for had left a long time ago. I always knew you'd do something spectacular, he said. Baking bread is